tears of the forest and the light of hope. A small scream echoed in the depths of the deep, darkest shades of green forest. The owner of the sound was a tiny baby deer that had just been separated from its mother. This innocent little deer was caught in a wire while walking in the forest. At night, the forest was filled with eerie sounds and eyes coming from the darkness. The little deer spent a few days like this. She was hanging on the wires, hungry and thirsty, waiting in pain for a glimmer of hope. Its thin legs were stuck in rusty wires, and its body was weakened by hunger. Tears streaming from its eyes were wetting the ground, while its tiny heart was beating with fear. Days followed days. While the little deer was struggling with pain and loneliness, the inhabitants of the forest also heard its screams. Little squirrels were circling around it, trying to figure out what it was. An owl living in the hollow of an old oak tree would come in the middle of the night and keep an eye on it. Just when it was about to lose hope, there was movement in the forest. A group of researchers were advancing deeper into the forest. Their ears were focused on the little deer's screams. After a long search, they finally found her. They immediately approached him and carefully removed him from the wires. The deer was very scared and had been hungry for days. So they immediately gave him first aid. The deer was very calm and happy, watching everything around him with hopeful eyes. They immediately gave her something to eat and helped her get used to them. The hope in his eyes melted the researchers' hearts. They was so happy to find him. The deer got used to them very quickly, and although it was actually very timid, it no longer ran away. She stood calmly by the team as they attended to the deer's wounds and final checks. That baby deer was now a happy, healthy, and free deer. She had been fed and had regained her energy and could now return to her life. But there was a problem. The deer had been lost here for days and didn't want to go. But in the end, she looked at them briefly with gratitude, as if to thank them, and then she turned and ran away quickly. The researchers were very happy. They played with a koala they found there, packed their things, and left the forest. A long time passed. One day, the researchers came to that forest again. The fawn recognized them as if it was reuniting with its old family. Baby did not run away from them and was dancing with them in the forest. This is pure love, and was jumping around happily. She remembered them and put the horses in her arms. Baby deer, it was like an old friend or a pet, constantly walking around with the researchers and happily having fun around. Suddenly something incredible happened. A giant deer stood in front of them, looked at them as if to thank them for saving its baby, and walked away towards the forest. This is true love. What a wonderful bond.